Yo, first of all, everybody keep asking me. By the way, I just thought about this. Like, yo, where that reggae tune come from, bro? That's on the album. All right, y'all need to start like supporting black people and supporting local music. All right, that's my band. That's me,
Okay.
my boy Eric. That's we had a whole collective. We had people that do reggae from fucking I think they're in Ethiopia, and
Oh,
yeah, that's their band. We
oh,
did
that's
like a
what's
whole
up.
collective album with one
Okay.
concept. So it's on Light Warriors, everybody, and it's on
Yeah.
Spotify. Light Warriors Spotify, if you want to hear that. The Book of One.
Okay. I'm gonna get. I don't got Spotify, but I'm
Oh,
gonna
it's on
definitely
all
download that.
platforms. My bad. It's on
Okay.
all
Okay.
platforms. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. 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 You got it on platforms, then I could
yeah,
definitely do that.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
speaking of supporting other business. Oh, sorry, my camera dropped. Speaking of other supporting other businesses, I want to give a shout out to Divine Natural Holistics. I
Word.
just received my chain today. Got the aunt pendant.
Oh, that's
There's
fire.
two more. Yeah, two more pieces are by her as well, and the other one is also by this pendant, the solidite pendant that you see here. The small one is from
Word.
Sunflow.
Word. Yo, that thing
Yes.
looks powerful.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. They very are. You know. Every time it was recently there was the full moon, the pink super moon, and I had them outside during that time, and when we
Word.
put them back on, you definitely feel the vibrance. But
Word.
the black one, this one right here, this one is I rarely wear this one because it's very powerful. We're to the point where, say for instance, uh, you, you're arguing with someone, and it's
Right.
like you can still feel that energy absorb whenever I wear this chain. So I be very careful whenever I wear it. I be very careful who's around me, and I be very careful about receiving the energy that comes to me. You
Right.
know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, that's
Because
dope.
sometimes, yeah, because sometimes like not realizing you can like have that energy on you all day and not even realizing it. So what I mean, just being very careful of my surroundings, spiritual wise. So that's what I've been on lately.
Word. Word. Yeah, that's dope. Let me introduce you real quick. We got the boy Be
Yes,
Wild. Be Wild,
thank you,
photographer, poet,
thank you,
activist.
thank
What
you.
else you do, bro? You got your own business already. I'm pretty sure you do, right?
Yes, yes, yes. I don't want to give the name of it right now, but I'm currently working so hard to get it off the ground. Working
Word.
so hard. Thank you for that introduction, by the way.
Oh
I
hell
really
yeah.
didn't realize all of this stuff. I really do because photography. I've been so focused on just taking these pictures and having the best sharp image and being a great businessman
Right.
on the photographer aspect. I
Oh
really
yeah, yeah.
appreciate all of this. Thank you for having me too on the podcast.
Word, word. Beautiful shots, by the way. Love to get the link when I publish this all together. For like a
Okay,
more officially, besides just the live stream, so everyone can see it. And if you got any other links too, that'll be dope as hell. Also, want to give a
okay.
quick shout out because since we're talking about black businesses, my boy Jahan Nostra, I'm fucking drinking his mug. One of the hottest rappers in motherfucking Connecticut, and I
Okay.
had the freaking honor to freaking like perform with him a few times, and we got a hip hop award together where he did this nice Cesare. He had Chesky on it, who
Oh, okay.
also a New Haven rapper that's fire as hell. And we
That's
ended up
what's up.
getting a few they ended up getting a few awards and stuff, and I helped out with the consultant producer part, so that was pretty awesome. Like a good experience to learn about
That's what's
what
up.
goes on out there. Shouts out to the boy Jahan Nostra. If I had some cool bombs, I'll be dropping cool bombs right now, but
Yeah, man. It's a
I don't
lot
have
of
them.
it's a lot of dope people. It's a lot of dope artists in Connecticut, man. That's been doing that thing for years, man. Denzel Williams, my boy.
Yep. Shouts out to
Skeezy,
Denzel.
Skeezy
Who?
rapper from Stanford.
Oh, I
Skeezy
know who
rapper
that
from
is. I
yeah,
haven't met him
he's
yet.
fire. Yeah, he's fire. Shout out to my boy Polo 914. He's dope. A lot of people been doing their thing, man. And I just love to see it. Was I on key? He's great. Like
Word.
I've been supporting him, listening to him for a long time too. So yeah, it's a lot of dope artists from Connecticut. Gotta
Yeah,
gotta
and,
keep
and,
that
and
going.
Connecticut just doesn't get really like the the attention that you see that New York does. You know what I mean? And that sucks.
Yeah, yeah. And it's
Like
crazy because
somebody
it's
got
right
to break
next to
out.
each other.
Right, right.
That's the
Somebody got
crazy
to break
part.
out. There's a lot of fire artists here. All right, like this
I
dude
think Shirley
Varsity.
has it. I think Shirley will do it.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It has to. Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to put Connecticut rappers on the map. Not even just Connecticut rappers though. Like all Connecticut artists in all different
In
ways. Like there's some
general, facts,
talented
facts.
people around here. Talented. And like
Talented, dope.
they can't sell out ish as much unless they like work really hard. Like my band, we just do shows in New York mostly because that's where we sell out mostly. But
Okay.
to come to Connecticut, it's just like a hassle, man. Like
Yo, it's funny. It's funny you say that because I was just actually talking to one of my close friends of mine yesterday, and I was just telling him how it's funny because I went to school with the Long Island University, and when
right,
I went to school, I always came back home because, like I said, like Connecticut and New York were right next to each other, and I always came home to like network and try to do my thing out there with people as far as like taking pictures and doing videos. It wasn't until I got love in New York and then I came back home to Connecticut. That's when people in Connecticut started like seeing the vision and started picking things up because they see me moving and grooving in New York. So
right,
honestly, like even though I was born and raised in Connecticut, but I'll always have a close endearment to New York. New York will always be a special place to me because it helped me get my start
right,
in my photography and my film career.
word. Yeah, man. You just got to go out there and work them outlets. I think Connecticut
Definitely.
is just that kind of like place where it's just like so like I want to say like conservative. Yeah, there are conservative parts, but that's not the word I'm looking for. I'm like some people are just like intertuned to like their own groups.
Right.
Um, people are like more to themselves. A lot of busyness, especially like in towns like New Haven, where like
Yeah.
somebody's always doing something. Like for instance, like they'll send you your calendar instead of being like trying to like talk about all right which day we doing this is like oh here's my calendar It's like this nigga
Yeah,
sent
it's
me a calendar
a
but
lot
all
of
right
ego tripping, a lot of ego tripping.
like I know it means well because honestly the calendar shit's a lot more easier but I
Right.
want to I don't want to do it because I don't want people to think like oh this guy is just he thinks he like bro like no I'm just a starving musician slash activist slash all the other shit. Like
Yeah.
I'm out here trying to just like do what I think I can to help change this world. And
Right.
that
Right.
is that's why I think it's hard. And also the tribute shit. Like we're doing the show in the Bijou Theater, which is huge for tribute bands. And
That's
we're
what's
like
up.
the only original
Congratulations.
band. Oh, thank you, thank you. But like
Congratulations.
it's hard to sell tickets because not many people like they don't really like fuck with original music out here. Like you'll get
Hmm.
a Beatles tribute band. They're like, yo, let's go
We
see
going.
that.
Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy. Like
funny.
Paul McCartney don't even have to be around. He
Right.
all you gotta do is just play his shit and people gonna go do it.
My advice to that, and I don't know, maybe you step outside, like, people that to
Right,
like, expect to sell tickets and like,
right.
and also go to other events at the Bijou and promote your event. Like,
Ooh, you know
hey, like,
what? I
having another event right here, next Friday, come
right.
back,
Why did I think of that?
same place, same time. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I used to do that when I used to rap by myself. I
okay.
used to do that when I used to rap
I
by
remember
myself.
that. I remember you used to just spit them bars. I
Still
remember
do
those
it a little
days,
bit.
man. Yeah,
I gotta say though, I wish I did it when I was younger because like I could tell, man, like I gotta get
right,
back to that like breath pattern that I used to have. It's over. I mean, me and you,
right.
we was in poetry club together. Remember those
And how
days?
you
That was fire.
how do you feel about that? How do you feel about today's spoken word like scene? Because I feel like a lot of people really lost the craft of writing, and
Right.
everybody's really caught up on like the stage presence and the performing and
Okay.
the
Let's
delivering
get
of the
into this. I
words.
have some thoughts actually. Yeah, let's
And
get
like
into
people
this.
really don't like really. write their like express their feelings. I guess people just caught
Right,
up on the capture of the like getting your attention,
right,
basically.
right.
Is how you feel
Yeah,
about that?
yeah. Well, I like that question, and I would love to hear your thoughts on it too, because you an ill ass poet, and you have your own
Thank you,
style. So, and that's
thank
another
you.
thing. It's just I see that it's like, remember when we was like doing slam poetry?
Yeah,
Um,
yep.
you was with us too, right? When we tried to try out for the professional team in
Right. Yeah,
Connecticut.
yeah. I remember that.
But we
Yeah,
had
yeah.
like
We
that
went to
beef
New York.
between us and Wyndham because they brought these white
Yeah.
boys to Wyndham and they was fired. That was bad as
Yeah.
hell. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
shouts out to Ben Benefit, by the way. That's still my boy. We still talk. We argue
Yeah,
about a
shouts
few
out to
things in
Ben.
the mid.
Yes, yeah, yeah. He's still cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shouts out to Ben. Yeah, I still keep in contact with Ben too. Yeah, he's that dude. Ben Benefit. Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
he's
problem.
that dude.
And so I got mad, but I stuck to my guns. And at the end of the
Yeah.
day,
Uh huh.
I don't think I made it. I think Sheena made it. Um, we made finals, like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Right.
but I think the issue is that the slam poetry is like the hip hop for poetry.
I was
So
just about to say that.
it's too popular. It's too
Yeah.
popular, and people get intimidated because everyone wants to be a slam poet. And you don't
Right.
need to be a slam poet. Maya Angelou did not ever do any slam poetry, ever.
Right. Neither
She
Langston
kept
Hughes.
it like Langston Hughes. Like, I
Yeah.
think that it's a pressure because it's popular here and
Hmm.
it's a big deal here. Like, you got shouts out to Poets Realm, my boy
Yeah.
Influence. Like, he's a problem, and
Yeah. Dope.
he's
Dope.
just around
Yeah.
nothing but dope ass poets, and they
Yo,
all got
crazy
different
thing
flows
is,
though. Like
I used to
Phoenix,
see Influence. Yeah, Influence Phoenix.
yeah,
Midnight. Like, oh man, those guys, man. Yo, those dudes were like, bro, like, I don't even know. I can't give the words to describe these dudes and like their poetry, man, because it should be
right,
like just out of this fucking world, man. It's
right. I need to get
like,
Phoenix on this podcast. I just realized that.
yeah, yo, Phoenix, man, he has a great insight on everything, man, when it comes to poetry, hip hop, movies, basketball. We talk about a lot. Me and Phoenix,
Right.
man. Shouts out to him.
Yeah, but that's just what I think. And I think that there needs to be also, because what comes down to it is that,
Hmm.
'cause this is why I don't do slams anymore, because it's just too competitive and it's taking
Hmm.
away the art, and people are gearing towards what they're seeing that the judges are giving points out to, instead of geared towards
Yeah.
what they feel mostly in their heart. And some
Mm.
people can do both, you know. Some
Hmm.
people can do both,
Right.
like
Right.
OGs, that they
Right.
can do
Right.
both, and they keep to their style. So I think that the young people need to just focus on what is their style, and if they want to perform,
Hmm.
then focus on the performance piece after you write your heart out. I don't think you should
Hmm.
focus on delivery and all that first before you write your
Hmm.
heart out. Your heart should comes first before performing. I
Mm.
mean, we do it in music too. Like, we I don't want to
Mm.
put something out that I just feel like, is this drum is this if this drum rhythm fire with Steve, like, if I'm on
And
point.
that's yeah, that's how I feel too. Because like I'm not sure I'm starting into like I've always been making beats for a long time,
Oh
but I
yeah,
always kept it a secret. But I'm just now like finally like publicly putting it out there. And I always thought that like damn like I don't know how people accept it. Like I'm known as like film taking pictures and everybody does music. You know what I'm saying? But my
right,
thing is too is like I just didn't want to make the music that everybody sound like. I didn't want to like make a like DJ Mustard type beat or like a
right,
I don't know like a hit maker type beat. Like I just want to like do like a when you hear this is like be wild because it's just like it's just distinct sound. It doesn't sound like no one else. And
right,
yeah, that's how I feel with poetry too. It's like when I write or even perform. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be different. I want it to be like an experience one of my favorite poets is Zora Neale Hurston, and
Mm,
she's another poet that never did like slam poetry. Maybe it's because of the different time back then.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? But with Miss Hurston's poetry is it was so detailed, it made you feel like it was there. You were there,
Right,
and that's
right.
the feeling. And I feel like that feeling is lost in poetry. It
Did we
makes you
meet
feel
her?
like it makes you. No,
Is she
no,
one of the
hell no,
poets we
we
met?
ain't meet
Oh no,
her,
she's
man.
dead.
She's,
Oh
oh man, yeah,
yeah,
man. She's a
my bad.
historical
I'm
black.
confusing.
I wish, man. I wish I would have met her, man.
There was some black woman poet that we met at college. Remember when we went to St. John's? I can't think of her, but she was fire and like she used it. She used all African American names.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh my gosh, I had a crush on her
that was
too. Queen
crazy.
Goddess, Queen
Yeah,
Goddess. You talking about? Was I
I
with
think
you
that's
when
who
I
she.
seen Queen Goddess? I don't know.
Um,
I'm not
I
sure if I was
remember
with you.
seeing this person at St. John's College, like
Mm-hmm.
upstate, where all the white folks at. Like, remember we took like a
Nah,
bus,
nah, 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 nah. I
a
wasn't. I
small
didn't see
bus.
Queen Goddess there. I didn't see Queen Goddess there.
Oh,
It
so
was
who's Queen
someone else. It had to
Goddess?
be someone else.
Shout her out. Who's
Queen
that?
Goddess, you phenomenal poet.
Word.
Um, it's gonna bother me now. I don't remember where I met her or seen her perform, but yo, her poetry is another poet that's out of this world. So she's inspiration to me when it comes to writing as well.
Right.
Yeah,
Word. Word.
yeah.
Word. Word. Yeah, man. It's a different game now, man, and I just hope that it changes, but it takes time.
Hmm.
It's like
Yeah.
it's the culture. So culture always switches up. So we'll see. We'll see if people are going to like. Because another thing, like I feel like my opinion is biased because I haven't been to many slams since I stopped slamming. So
Yeah, me too.
so maybe there are people out there that I just haven't like known yet that has different flows.
But
Because
then
like
again, there's some poets out there that don't slam because of that same reason.
right, right, yeah, I stopped
You
slamming
know
because
what
of
I'm
that. I just hate it. I was
saying?
just so bad that people were putting points to my pain.
Yeah.
I was like, how fucking dare you? Like, I know my flow is nice.
Yeah.
I know I hit good metaphors. I'm not just sitting here dealing with you talking about so. Oh, I get out at 7. Like, I will snatch your ass off that desk. Like,
Mhm. Mhm.
so that's another problem that I had to like. I was like, man, fuck this slam poetry shit. But shout out to everybody that do it. Shout out to everybody that do it because you inspiring them kids, man.
Yeah.
Nick's poetry slam. I was one of the kids that was chose to go up
That
there.
was that was my
Wasn't you too?
favorite. Oh, no, I wasn't, man. I was so mad. The next poetry slam
Okay, that's right.
that was probably like my that was still a great experience though. That was still a great experience. Like,
Yeah,
what I
that was
mean?
crazy.
Spitting poetry in the garden. Like, come
Mhm.
on, like how many of us can like we was young too, like we was like 16,
Dumb
17.
young, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Doing poetry in Madison Square Garden. Like,
My
what I
dad
mean?
was
How many
mad.
kids can say that? Like,
Right, right.
Yeah.
My dad was bad. He was like, I gotta drive you behind all the way to freaking New York almost every week. Like,
And me and Sheena was like taking the train.
yeah,
I remember those
yeah.
days.
I was scared to take the train, yo. Now I take the
Those
train all
days,
the time.
actually, I learned. Those are the days where I learned how to take the train and how the Metro North system works, and everything like that. So, yeah, I was
Yeah.
young on the train, man. Young
What got
outside.
you into photography, by the way?
Always been in photography for a long time. Always, always draw. I still draw to this day. I just never did like a career out of it. It was more of a personal thing, kind of like a therapy thing to me.
Word.
And so I used to take pictures. I used to draw. I used to try to draw the picture that I just took, and that that stopped for a while. I picked up my first camera when I was probably about 13.
Right.
But like life happens. Like
Yep.
sports, girls, and being a teenager. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so it wasn't until I was 17, 18 years old. Yeah, I was a senior in high school. I went to Kobe Cathedral High School, and
Yep.
we did a yearbook, a video yearbook for the senior class. And I actually got a scholar. It wasn't a big scholarship. It was probably worth like $1,500, $2,000, or something like that. Actually, from it was actually from speaking of Madison Square Garden, it was from the MSG varsity division
Oh,
from the
nice.
scholarship. Yeah, yeah, scholarship. MSG varsity gave me a scholarship for like $1,500 for the after they seen the video, the senior video. And so I was like,
Right.
yo, I'm gonna do this. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna go to school for. This what I'm gonna take a career in because I'm already getting paid for this. You know what I'm saying? I just got like, $1,500 scholarship and I realized that and then yeah, I've been doing it ever since basically.
Word. Word.
Yeah.
Yo,
Uh,
that's dope. Because
thank you.
that it looks like that little thing gave you the inspiration to keep going. And now look at you now. Like I went
Yeah.
to a freaking party like before the pandemic happened, and I saw your photos and shit in the party, and I was like, where this nigga been?
Yeah,
I
that's
was
that's
like,
that's a that's a
what?
good that's a good feeling. It's small things like that. Like, people tell me stuff like that. Or like, I'll be at an event, taking pictures at an event, and somebody walk up to me like, "Yo, you was at my cousin's baby shower taking pictures." You know what I'm saying? Like small things
Word,
like that is what's like, keep me pushing. You know?
word. Yeah, that's dope. So like I see that you got like a clientele in a way. Like you got models, you got everything going on. Like I see a new photo all the time from you. So like
Thank
you
you, thank you,
very active and shit like that. What you
thank
what
you.
you planning on? What you want to do with that?
Honestly, I just want to go for now, because I moved to North Carolina. I've been living in North Carolina for about 2 years now. And so
Shout
I've been
out to
doing
North
photography.
Carolina.
Oh man, like all my 20s. I'm 29 now,
Right.
so
Well, we the same age.
I just want to go to places I've never been and take pictures. I never. This is my first time, like living somewhere different, far from Connecticut. So
Right.
I want to go places I've never been to take photos. It's all about traveling now, becoming a traveling photographer. I feel like I done a lot as far as like portraits and fashion and taking pictures of people, and now I want to do more scenic and more landscapes and more cityscape kind of photography.
Word. Word.
Yeah,
Word. Yeah.
yeah.
That sounds dope, and I'm jealous. Sounds dope, and I'm
Don't be mad.
jealous.
Yo, I wish I could do a podcast, man. I wish I could do a podcast. Like it's.
Well, don't do it yet. Don't do it
Why
yet,
not? Why not?
because you need downtime like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
My boy, I be waking up with
Yeah.
anxiety. Like, like,
But yo, that's what the photography be giving me sometimes, man. It's
oh
like,
yeah,
yeah. Cause sometimes like, you could get the wrong misconception,
right,
really, really can. It's funny how like, gave me the introduction of activists because lately I've been caught in the difference trying to like, do I still want to chase my dream or make a difference through photography? Making a difference as far as like, I've been going on the low, I've been going to protests and taking pictures at protests. And
right.
so I learned the hard lesson, I should say, doing that. I'm not going
Why?
to
What
say
happened?
like I'm not going to say like the protest group, like, I'm not going to like
Right, right.
air them out or anything like that. But this happened on election day last year, on 2020 election day. So I'm just like photographing the scene and of what's going on outside, and a
Mhm.
couple of protesters ran down on me and tried to snatch my camera. And
What?
so when
Oh, oh,
yes,
they real
yes,
out
bro,
there.
yes, bro. So and on top of that, I'm by myself. You know what I'm saying? Well, until then, I was by myself, and it was actually like four other photographers ran down and helped me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get attacked. I didn't get like beat up or anything like that. But
Right.
it was still like it, it was still a lesson to learn from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now when I go to protests, I like do it from afar. Mainly take pictures of the police and what they're doing. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, and how they treat people at protests. You know what I'm saying, and basically share the message of the protest mainly. You know what I'm saying,
Oh yeah.
because like
Well,
a lot of people get misconstrued as well.
yes, yes. They
Yeah.
probably thought you was the press. We
Yeah, like
kind of do
yeah,
that
I
here
get that a
too,
lot.
but
I
we
get
don't
that a
run
lot.
down.
I get that a lot. I get that a lot. But then like when you talk to me and like you see what I'm about and people see my energy, see the type of time I'm on,
Right.
then they realize like, yo, he's not no cop at all. You know what I'm saying? So
Yo, don't
like
be
that's
running
funny
down on
that
my boy. All right. I got ties
you're gonna
in
get a
North
rude
Carolina.
awakening is all I'm gonna say. He's gonna get a rude awakening. You're gonna regret it. You don't want to do that. That's all I'm gonna say.
I got ties in North Carolina. I got cousins out there. I'll
Yeah.
call them and see
Yeah,
what's
but it was
good.
crazy though, because like, that night, after that night, I still posted pictures. I posted the pictures on my IG in this group. They ended up following me, finding my posts, and they
Mhm.
started bashing me, bashing me, bashing me.
Wow.
And then this is when like,
This is a people of
I
color
really had
group. Can you release that information? Is this a people of color group? You don't want to do that? That's fine. We don't have to.
my thing is I can't say I, I can't say I don't know if it's people of color because I know they have members that are black, and I
Mm-hmm.
also know they have members that are white.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I also know that there are groups that are like disguising themselves as Black Lives Matter groups, but they're
Right.
just capitalizing off the pain of black people, and
Right.
yet black people are the ones that are suffering from it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we're like, getting the short end of the stick, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
always been. But when it comes to like, as far as the protesting goes, I realize like there has been a lot of white people outside, and black
Mm-hmm.
people are getting blamed for the shit that they've been doing outside. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
When it comes to
Let's
like,
not be mad at
the
CNN.
anarchies and you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. You know who I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about.
Black
You
bloc.
know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah. Well, uh, there's some things I want to say.
It's a hard topic to talk about. I know, bro. It's very hard. It's very hard. I know. I understand. I
The
get you.
best way I could put
I
this
get
is
you.
that white activists need to be aware if I'm talking about the ones that are on our side, they need to be aware of their conduct
Hmm.
because their conduct,
Right.
which I've seen so many times, can just turn
Right.
a situation into something else,
Right.
and it gets to the point where, oh fuck, now we gotta get lawyered up,
Yeah. Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and it just like I get it, but it's like, bro, like y'all gotta chill. Like you waited until some shit go down, and then you messaging
Right.
people of color to be like, "Yo, what we gonna do?" I'm like, "What you mean? What we gonna
Right.
do?
What we gonna do? We been doing this.
We been yeah,
We
like
been
now you
doing
wanna
this.
you
Right.
saw some shit and
Right.
now you ready? Like, all right, that's fine. Let's use that energy."
Right.
But and
Right.
it's kind of scary
And
because
that's
then
another thing
when
too,
you
because
get
a lot of black
training,
people, yeah,
yeah,
we've been like, far as like, the activists, the people that are on the front line. We've been on the front line since Trayvon Martin. We've been on the front line since Mike Brown. You know what I mean? I've
hmm
been in protests in New York City. You know what I'm saying? I've been tasting tear gas since 2012.
right,
And a lot of people don't know that, but it's not even about people knowing because that's not what I'm doing it for.
right,
And but when you have a camera involved, it's a different story because a
right,
lot of people think that's your police, and a lot of people don't understand what you're doing it for and who you are and what you're about.
right, right.
And so, like, that's when you have to, like, speak up and speak out.
Yeah, I think next time you do it, just find out which org is involved and email them. Make sure they
Definitely,
know
that
ahead of
yeah,
time. You know,
Right, right. Well, and what
I
I
never
will
heard
say
of
is,
that, like run down and on somebody trying to take the camera. What we would do, because I guess we have, we have like trainings. So what everything we
mhm,
do, we're trained to be prepared for. So we'll
right,
block the camera guy, like go in front of his vision and just
mhm.
stay there and
Yeah,
follow
that's what
him
they did.
and
They
block
ran up
him.
on me with umbrellas, and they poked out the umbrellas trying to like
Oh
block out so I
shit!
won't take the picture. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They had their shit set up. But my thing is too. But hear me out though. Hear me out, Jamar. Right?
Oh yeah, I'm listening.
Because my thing is, if you're going to be on the front line, don't be scared of the consequences. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Gandhi, Martin Luther King, they weren't scared of the consequences. Martin Luther King, he been arrested in his life because he was on the front line.
Yep.
He never was arrested for being a criminal. He was arrested for leading a protest. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So for the people that's scared to like, being photographed because they're scared to like lose their job or anything like that, is like, just stay inside. I understand,
Yeah.
like, I
Or
understand
cover
your
your
heart is in the
face.
right place. Your heart is in the right place. I get it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But you're bringing that scary energy outside, and it's affecting other people.
Yeah.
So,
I
like,
agree.
yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
That's why I
Yeah.
never cover my face. Um, and I try to just stay like supportive. Never try to like
Hmm.
be in the front as much. I mean, there are some
Yeah.
pictures of me in the front, but I'm not worried. I think I'm okay because I
Hmm.
don't have to worry about being terminated. But
Yeah.
I can understand if somebody was gonna be terminated, and I agree. You should either just stay home or cover your face. You know, cover your
Yeah, and then,
face.
but myself, I did learn a valuable lesson from that though. Is one lesson two lessons I learned from that is like, like you said before, going to a protest, talk to the people that runs the protest, that's like, organizing it, let them know what I'm about and what I want to do and how we can
Right.
work together. And also too, when I'm there, you know what I'm saying, just like, yo, like cops pull up, I'm just like photographing the boys and what they doing,
Right, right,
so
and they need that. They need
yeah,
all that. But
yeah,
also the other scary part is like, what if you catch something that the cops is doing and they look for your ass to prosecute you, and
right.
that's another scary part. So it's like everybody's still putting their life on the line, no
Hey,
matter
hey, thank
what
you.
spectrum. Because now
Thank
like
you.
in
Thank you.
Israel, well, the Zionist state of Israel, where they shoot unarmed kids, they shoot photographers, they shoot journalists, they shoot
Right.
medics, and now you're seeing
Right.
here, the police, they are now going to that colonizing area and learning their tactics on how to kill people and how to defuse press and all that stuff. They're bringing it here. So now people with
Right.
cameras and even CNN journalists are getting like
Hmm.
hit with 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 um with gas bombs, with fucking tasers. They're getting hit with rubber bullets as well. Like
Right.
the,
Right.
the boys, the boys is on a whole new type of level.
Actually, like, when that happened, I really like I say, like, I speak about the situation about, like, the different people of color. It's because the people that ran down on me, they weren't black.
Right.
And it's like, yo, like, how y'all shouting out Black Lives Matter, but support the black photographer. And like, I was ready to, like, give it up.
Right.
But like, I met this one girl. She's also a photographer too, and she was telling me her story, how she was at a protest and she posted the pictures on her IG, on her Instagram, and she was getting threats saying how, like, yo, you keep posting these pictures, then something's going to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, like, she might get arrested or, like, something like that. But like, she
It's
told
kind
me
of
the same thing, like,
problematic.
hey, like, but she told me the same thing, like, hey, I'm a black woman in America. I don't
Right.
have to like post these pictures to feel the effect of what's going on.
Yeah.
So
It
like
sounds like
she
some
understood where I was
leadership.
coming from. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like some toxic leadership issues. We
Yo,
Nobody I
yo,
know would do some shit like that. Like that's
for real,
crazy.
man, for real. That's the perfect way to that's the perfect way to describe it, man. Crazy you say that.
It's like, bro, the whole country is in turmoil, and you getting mad over these one photos. Like, come on now.
And we're all on the same side too.
Presumably,
That's
but
that's the crazy part.
Malcolm X
And we
warned us
fighting each
about
other.
these white liberals. All right.
Sure did.
I
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
resend that video to every black brother and sister I know out there. Be like, yo, remember, yo, Malcolm X warned us about these white liberals. He
That's a
did.
fact.
He
Sure
put it
did.
in detail,
Hmm.
so everybody know. So you got no excuse after you hear about it. You'd be like, "Oh crap! All right, wait a minute," because that's what it is. That's what it is. And
Yeah.
the idea, the philosophy is still to support the system. That's what it is.
Right.
At the end of the day, so
Right.
that is still borderline. And I'm sorry, white liberals, white supremacists. That is a white
Hmm.
supremacist ideal. If you're going to
But
continue to support it, it's a white supremacist ideal. It is like
and do the right thing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do the right thing about it. If you want to be outside and protest, and the police come, you know what I'm saying? Use your white privilege. Use that white body shield as a shield to help
yeah,
me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we did
so
that. We did that here. I saw that here actually. Like the white Yale students
yeah.
were in front of their
Wow.
black
That's
and
what's up.
brown Yale students while the cops were like looking to
That's
see
what's
who they
up.
about to get. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Yo,
Nobody got
man. Like,
arrested. Nobody got tased.
I say this too. Like, it's like a lot of people look at me crazy when I say this, but Trump, like those 4 years of him being in office, was honestly this country needed that. They needed
Oh,
that. It showed, exposed everything.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It showed like, who your neighbor is. It showed like the people that you work with. It showed like, you know what I'm saying? It showed everything. It showed what side
Right.
that you on, how people really feel. And honestly, these past 4 years, it honestly got me into politics, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? I know a
Oh,
lot of black people,
me
they got
too.
into politics when Obama got into office, but like,
Yeah.
when Trump got into office, that's when I really started to pay attention. Be real with you.
Oh yeah, I was one of them. I was a
Yeah.
Bernie bro, man.
Yo,
When
Bernie, yo, that was my dude. I actually seen him talk and speak in Sumter, South Carolina with me and my grandfather. We went to one of his speeches when he
yeah,
was running back in 2016. Yeah,
yep.
2016. I seen him talk.
After he got played the first time, I was just
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That was the
yo,
first time.
what
Yeah,
the
that was the
fuck?
first. That was the first time he got played. Damn.
That turned me into a socialist. Like that, like
Yeah.
if people check, I didn't post anything about politics, stayed away from it. But after
Hmm.
that happened, for some reason, it just made me more angrier. I was like, all right, you know what? Fuck this. I gotta say so. I gotta do something about it. And but the second time, I love how
Yeah.
you mentioned like that one time, but the second time when he got played, he should have. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. That was a very weak campaign. Very weak. Like,
And I just find it funny how Biden, he's kind of like, taking some of Bernie ideas. But thing is
yeah,
though, he's it's just an idea. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Still hasn't been like set in motion.
yeah.
Hasn't been
I mean,
Nothing
well,
has been signed or like kind
right.
of executive plan or anything like that. So we'll see.
Oh yeah.
We'll see.
Well, the wall is still being built secretly. The camps are still
Hmm.
open. So I don't even know what kind of hope people thought that
Hmm.
Biden had, but I'm just like, look, at least he's giving out stimulus checks. That's fine. But the whole issue is like he's still doing the same thing, yo. Like your
Yeah.
administration with Obama started 7 wars. Y'all got a
Right.
lot to deal with because those wars are still going on. Technically, Trump didn't even really start
Really?
a war.
Yes. Yes.
He tried some shit
Yeah.
with Iran. Like he wanted smoke with Iran for some fucking reason in China, and I don't get all that. But those are things that you just don't want to do because, like,
Right.
look, you America is America has this issue where they think that they're the boss, but when you look at who they come after, these are small countries.
We
They,
bully. Well, not I don't
yeah,
like to say we. You know what I'm saying? America
them.
is
Yeah, we can
bully.
say them. Yeah, they
Yeah.
bully. They
Yeah.
bully hard, but when you look at the demographic, they're going after small countries that they know they can take out. They don't want smoke with a country like Iran or China or Russia.
No.
They don't
No.
want smoke. I mean, they try
It's
to
too
get smoke
militant.
with Venezuela, but no, it's yeah,
It's
because these are
too militant.
actual powerful armies. and
What's
they,
can you
yeah, what's up?
I'm sorry, can you like enlighten me what's going on in Colombia right now?
No,
Because I
so
see a couple of people like posting videos from Colombia, but
so
nobody's
I'm
really
gonna tell
not.
you right now. I know that there's a issue with the police force, and I know that the police killed protesters there. Colombia
Hmm.
working class is trying to fix their government, which is very interesting. That people should really pay attention to that, and because everybody's talking about Venezuela this, Venezuela that, and nothing.
Right.
Venez- Venezuela is not problematic. The problem is that there are U.S. CIA motherfucking funded far right wing motherfuckers that are trying to take the government over, and they are killing black
Mm,
and brown people in the streets. That's Venezuela. That's Venezuela's issue. Plus the sanctions that are killing Venezuelans. That U.S. sanctions. So that's the issue. It's not Maduro. It's not the government. And I'm gonna say that till I die. Kiss my ass. Maduro and Chavez is the shit.
yeah.
Colombia is a totally different situation. Colombia is straight up. They're part of NATO. They are a U.S. force in Latin America. The government is propped up
Hmm.
to give out U.S. interests, and people are tired of it. Colombia is fucked up. And I'm
Yeah.
glad that media is finally showing all this because they try to make it seem like, oh, Colombia was more stable than Venezuela. It is not. It never was. It
Right.
is a problem. The
Right.
Colombian police are assholes and they're just as bad and vicious as
Hmm.
they are here. So it's just, I'm
Right.
glad that they're showing it. But at the end of the day, like, it's not up to what I think should happen for Colombia. I think what should happen for Colombia is the decision off of the Colombian people. And the Colombian
Hmm.
people right now are clearly getting their voices heard and they're losing their lives for getting their voices heard. So people need to look at this and wonder why CNN, Fox News, and all the other outlets don't really want to cover that, but they're so quick to be like, "Oh, Kim Jong Un just shot a nuke into the ocean again." He just did that. Did y'all see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
he just shot a nuke into the ocean.
Wow.
Yemen, Yemen starving. Kim Jong Un just shot it and you nuke it to the ocean.
Oh my goodness.
Putin is a bad guy. Putin is a bad, very bad guy. Like all these things. Let's just they just report whatever the fuck they want to report. And I don't want to talk about DPRK, but I just want to give a
You say
idea
that. It's so
what
funny.
I'm saying.
It's so funny you say that. Yo, Jamar, it's so funny you say that because I was talking about this to somebody when the night of the Chauvin the Derek Chauvin trial
Mm-hmm.
for killing George Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
Soon as he got convicted for guilty, that video of the girl Bryant, I forgot her first name, the girl being shot by the cop, that goes viral like
Mm-hmm.
minutes after the verdict. Nobody didn't
Yeah.
see how funny that was, like how like
That
strange
was
and
so sad.
ironic that was.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I mean, well, they're
I
gonna
found
keep
that very
covering it.
ironic. Like
Oh yeah, I
people,
did too.
it's like they're picking and choosing what they want to go viral. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So like that really hasn't been like the only cop killing that happened underneath Biden's administration. There has been
Yep.
one in Charlottesville, Virginia, about
Mm-hmm.
this one kid. I think I think me personally should get some national attention because this kid was autistic. I forgot his name, but
Mm-hmm.
he was an autistic kid walking home from work, and cops just like gave him no reason. He had no reason basically, and it was just like, yo, like what the fuck, you know what I'm
Wow.
saying? And it's just like,
I didn't hear about
yeah,
that.
like yeah, and like and Elizabeth City, North Carolina, about 3 hours away from where I am. I live in Raleigh. People have been protesting all week long for Andrew Brown
Mm-hmm.
Jr. Yeah, I'm sure you heard about that story.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
that has gotten a lot of media attention. It kind of
and yeah,
reminds me of was what happened like six, I think 4 years, no, like at least 3 years ago. What happened to Jason Legrand here? the 15-year-old
Mhm.
kid
I
that was
remember
like
that. Yeah, I
driving.
remember that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yup.
Me and Norm, we went over there. They left his body on the ground for 6 hours. 15-year-old kid just left his body on the ground for 6 hours and all that shit. And the same statement that they were giving, the same statements they were saying about him is like kind of similar to what's happening with Andrew Brown because they're saying, oh well, he tried to hit the cop with the car. Body cam shows no,
Mhm.
that's not the case. And by the way, this dude James Boley is still on the force on desk duty.
The guy who shot Jason.
Yes, and shouts out to the
Wow,
family.
I
Yeah,
didn't
I
know
think there's a
that.
visual today that's like the anniversary. I think today is actually it's around that time. But like,
Okay.
yeah,
Wait one
he's
second.
still in office. He's still partying. He's still
Mhm.
living his cop life, and this
Mhm.
kid is dead. So
Yeah.
it's just sad. And what's going on with Andrew though? Like, I haven't looked into it yet.
Oh man, yeah, I heard the story just like you, but for a week straight, people, protesters out in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, has been going hard with it, and now Elizabeth City Police Department, they're on some dickhead shit where you have to, if you want to protest, you have to have a permit to protest, and if you don't have the permit, you're going to jail. Like, yeah, it's some ridiculous shit going on out here, Jamar. Like, this like I was thinking about like driving out there like getting my shots and of course showing my support doing my thing and it's just like yo like if I don't have that permit you know what I'm saying like I'm a hit man but it's just like I say you know what I'm saying like I say these are the consequences, these are the sacrifices that you're going to take when you're on the front line.
Hold on, hold on,
You
hold
know
on,
what
hold
I'm
on.
saying?
You
It's
can't
just
just
like yo
drop
like
that. You can't just say that and not like I need a moment. Need a moment. There's a lot to unpack there. So you're telling
yes,
me,
yes,
wait, which
yes. To
town
go
is
out
this
to
again?
protest, to go out to protest, because oh my gosh, like I'm not bullshitting you. I read an
This is
article.
new as fuck.
This is
Damn.
recent. This is new. This is new and fresh. In Elizabeth City, North Carolina, if you want to protest for the murder of Andrew Brown, you need a permit to be
So
outside the
you need to get
protest.
a permit to practice your First Amendment rights.
Basically, yeah.
Is
These
it
are the
first or
new
second? I don't
laws.
care.
These
But
are the new
still,
laws that they're committing to like to go against like speaking out, and that's so odd to me. That's so crazy to me.
so yeah, people, there's going to come a time. I see this already happening. That you're going to need a permit to to give out your freedom of speech.
Mhm.
Clearly, that is unconstitutional. That's not right. But while they're doing that, if I hear anybody else say anything about Russia,
Right.
again, like, dude, that's crazy. Because the freaking when they're doing the curfews right now, that's already like a straight up like trying to silence the movement type of idea. But the fact that they're doing
Right.
permits
Right.
now, like, what?
Yes.
They could do
Yeah. Yeah. You
anything to
really. Yeah.
somebody
It's
with that. That's
right.
dangerous.
Right.
That's fucking dangerous. Like,
If you get caught without no permit, you will go to jail. And it's like and like going back to what I was saying is like if you want to be on
yeah,
the front line, these are I understand like you want to keep your job, and I understand like people want to like go home and continue living their life, but it's like we don't have that opportunity, Jamar. We don't have that privilege. You know what I'm saying?
right.
We on the front line. We still have to go home. We still have to worry about getting pulled over. We still have to worry
Hmm.
about them knocking down our door. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah.
being on the front line, being on protesting it just intensifies it. You know what I'm saying? This is my personal opinion. This is how I look at it.
Right. And but
Yeah.
that's the thing. That's why I
You
get
ready?
mad when I see people trying to clout chase with just activism.
Hmm.
It's a sacrifice. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah. It really is.
sacrifice. You are sacrificing something going out there. You're not getting notoriety. Oh, you lost him. Uh oh, my boy's gone. He'll be back. But yeah, it's a sacrifice, guys. So when I say that, it's like when you're trying to like get photo ops and want everybody on your team and all this stuff. Don't do it. Don't do it for that. You look crazy.
I'm
Like,
sorry, bro. I lost. I don't know what happened. My phone just like went black. So I'm sorry.
oh no,
Can you
you're
repeat what
good.
you just said?
Oh no, I was just saying like this is why people have to understand that a
The address and
sacrifice is very important. You got to, because if
yeah.
you don't have a sacrifice,
Where is
then what are
it?
you out there for?
The
Because
industry.
it's like, oh, you just want photo ops. Like those people that literally like give money to
Yo,
homeless people
and
and
that,
then
that
be on
that
the
personally
camera.
offends me. That personally
Yeah.
offends me because going back home, like I did a there was a shooting. I'm sure you remember this. Lil Clinton, rest in peace. He was 12 years
Hmm.
old, got hit by a straight bullet. His family, they got together. They had like a money raising event. A lot of people spoke. My homeboy, seatbelt on. My homeboy Hakeem, he spoke at the event. He invited me to take pictures at the event. It was a great turnout. Know what I'm saying? They did it at Perfections. It was a great event. And one of the speakers, I still remember her name. Know what I'm saying? But once again, I'm not gonna say who that person was because
Hmm.
I'm not gonna like, I don't wanna get no type of credit. But she was like, yo, like, for a photographer that's here for his photo op and just gonna go home, bitch, I live here. I'm part of this community too. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
that.
Like, my home is like right around the corner. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's way more than just a photo op. You know what I'm saying? This is like this is my life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like things that I photograph, like especially being on the front line, that I bleed for that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Hearing about Sandra Bland and Breonna Taylor, like I cry hearing about those stories.
Right.
And it's like, so when I'm outside with my camera on the front line, it's not about like, I'm not trying to get it for the gram or I'm not trying to go viral with it. I'm trying to let you know, like, yo, we still out here with it and we still, we're going to be out here and
Right.
continue to be out here until you realize what the fuck we out here for. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's why I do it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I don't
Facts.
think a lot of people realize that.
Yeah, but as long as you keep doing it, they're going to realize it and they're going to
Hmm.
recognize you and acknowledge you. You know, just look,
Yeah.
it get tough at first. That's the problem with the left. We like to stay secluded to ourselves and to our group. It takes time
Right.
to trust people, which I understand is an issue because so many informants. Like we just saw this movie, the Judas and the Black Messiah. Like so many informants and shit is out there still. Like just get you riled
Right.
up on some
That movie
nonsense.
gets me mad. I don't want. That's a one and done for me.
Yeah, yeah,
That
that
movie
movie
right there.
kind of
Yeah.
like effed me up, man. I didn't
It was
know
a
how
great
to
movie
feel
though.
about
It
it.
was a great movie. Don't get
Yeah,
me wrong, but you know what I mean. Knowing how I felt at the end, I don't think I watched that.
all right. Looks like be word. Yo, turn your camera off.
Turn my camera off.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
All right. That usually always works. We can
Okay.
wrap it up soon though, because I see you want to move. But
Yeah,
finish
yeah,
your
yeah.
finish your
I'm on
thought.
here moving and grooving. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
But I'm sorry, we was talking about Judas and the Black Messiah. But yeah,
Right, right.
that's a one and done. It's a great movie. Great movie. I love the message. Honestly, me personally, I wish we could get that energy driving back up again. But yeah, that movie overall was a great movie, but it was just a one and done for me, and knowing how I felt at the end.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's trauma. Just thinking about it.
for
Like,
real, for real.
I don't know exactly like how the fact that he killed himself years later after just told you that he knew that he was wrong and he didn't
Hmm.
know how to rectify it. Like
Yeah,
he didn't know what to do to feel like he can change and all that stuff.
right.
Like he didn't even want to do it. He did it because he thought he had to do it. He
just
thought
to get
that
his, so he won't go to jail.
right. But now looking back at it, he was just like, damn, yo, like why it was not worth it. And then what happened after what you do to here now, it all connects, you know? It all
Hmm.
connects. So I'm very glad that
Definitely.
I mean, like people were excited that they won the Oscar, but just like the director said, that he doesn't care about the award. The fact that you're
Mm.
doing it now just shows that you're like, oh well, here we gave you this.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't know the director said that. That's very
Yeah.
powerful. I never know he said that.
Oh, he's a very revolutionary man. I hope I run into him soon because he knows some
Okay.
people that I know. So I hope I fucking run into him soon, like after the pandemic.
Yeah.
So because he's not far. He's like in New York. So I hope I run into him soon, so I can just give him a big ass hug and be like, "Yo, you don't know me, but you my boy."
Yeah.
Yo, man,
Definitely.
but yo, be wild, yo. Let's do this again. Let's get you back on here
Oh yeah,
again,
hell
man. We can
yeah,
talk about
definitely. Thank you.
mad shit.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
I
for
don't want to
having me,
take up
bro.
much of your time. We already about to hit the 1 hour mark, so you know how that
Okay.
is.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, definitely. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for
oh
having
yeah,
me.
bro, definitely hit me up with your links, so
Hmm.
I can add them. And well, I'll see you again, man. See you again. This is Be Wild, photographer, poet, activist, businessman. Let's go. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, later, bro. Have a good one.